Monday nights and then come back late, and if he could, he would catch some chow.
I was being stalked. I didn't even know
Really?
that, apparently.
He was. So I once just stopped him and said, "Hey, Dave Rahn, you," I said, "What is it you do on Monday nights?" And he said, "Well, I am now a campus life director at Norwell. That's a school nearby." And I said, "What's campus life?" And he tried to explain it to me, but as we all know, you don't know what it is till you actually experience it. So I said, "Can I go with you? That sounds fun." He goes, "Yeah." So I went with him on a Monday night to Norwell Campus Life and was blown away and realized that's what I want to do. What he does every Monday night is what I want to do for a living.
Well, and you were young in the faith, and what I remember about you, what was endearing, even though I confessed to taking advantage of you. I mean, there's nothing like having somebody carry your briefcase around.
I actually got
that, by the way, was a definition of a Bible major back in the day. Those are the only ones that carried briefcases. We had our Greek lexicons we had to carry with us, those massive things. But Tim, you were innocent. You were
so green.
You were wonder-eyed about everything.
Everything.
And you were effusive in the way you leaned in. That is, you're like, "Oh, I want that. I'm all in." And
sign me up.
One of the things we sometimes would characterize campus life is a sort of a party experience, and that makes you and I, as directors, anybody who's a director, a bit of a host for the thing.
Right.
And nobody hosted better than you. You can say what you want about the rest of the skill set that we need, but the sense of being welcome into my space, in this space, and make this a special space, that's Tim Atkins right there. That's his brand. I also have a story about I want to do that, but it goes back to my high school days. So I wasn't raised in a Christian home at all. Came to faith as a high school sophomore. Got involved in both Young Life and Campus Life as a junior and senior in high school, and it was blowing up. I mean, our high school was blowing up. I saw a lot of my friends come to Christ, and it was the Young Life director who first told me, you can do this. So as far as I know, it's the only Christian college in the world. I don't do any research at all. And I don't know where to go. How do you go in 1972 to prepare for something like a Campus Life or Young Life career? I don't know. So I show up at Huntington, and when I show up at Huntington as a freshman, I'm in the bookstore trying to buy books, and there's a kid from the high school that goes to the cashier and is saying, "Hey, do you know where I can find Dave Rahn?" "Hey, I'm over here." And he got my name as somebody that could help start Campus Life at Huntington North.
Isn't that great?
He just, and I'm going, and I don't know any better. "Yeah, sure."
Oh, that's funny.
So I go to the dorm. "Hey, Trent, want to do this with me?" Trent Bushnell. Well, Trent's still the executive director in Lansing Youth for Christ now. Today.
Yeah.
We started as college freshmen together.
There's probably not a week that goes by that somebody will come up to me and say, "You don't remember me, do you?" And I'll go, "You look familiar, tell me more." And they'll explain it, and then they'll give me where they're at now. And in their way of doing it, they'll thank me. And then I'll go away, and I'll probably cry, but I'll go away and go, "I'm so glad I had the opportunity to be a part of that."
I agree. It's
amazing.
It's ridiculous, and social media helps a lot. That you get reached out to with, "You don't remember me," and the truth is I don't. And then they'll tell the story. Yeah. And then my first reaction is you feel guilty for not remembering, because it's clear that they think of you as the biggest factor in their life direction. And you feel bad.
And it's probably true.
Yeah.
It is true that we
but
are.
But then I go, "Oh my, what if there's more like this that I don't know about?" You kind of steer away from going, "I'm not going to chase those stories. I don't need that. I'll find out one day in heaven." But it's just a privilege. You just go, you get awed by how God used you, because you might even remember what you were doing during that time.
I've done about 100 weddings in my day, and I'm going to say 80 of them are former kids who have either saw me at Walmart or hunted me down because they love what they experienced during that time of their life in high school and campus life.
Wow.
And I'm honored. I'm greatly honored. And I know they're not asking Tim Atkins to do it. They're asking their former campus life director. So I give credit to the position that I got the chance to fill.
When you pull out of and try to dissect what makes a relationship work, you can't separate the possibility of what happens in a conversation, in a moment. And that's, if I was to just be full of wonder and awe, it is sometimes hearing a story that it was a conversation. Not the big event, not the big trip, not the big something that I planned. It was, you said this to me.